Download the app, of course. 7:51 is the time. Let's turn our attention to that Chinese spy balloon. It's been revealed by a defense spokespeople in the United States that they basically, that Chinese spy balloon that was shot down on Saturday, being first spotted in America on Tuesday last week, was 200 feet tall. That's 60 meters tall, and could have had explosives on board. And a second believed to be Chinese spy balloon spotted across Latin America as well. What is going on there, and why is China threatening further actions over the US decision to shoot down that suspected spy balloon? Let's talk to Khoo, who's communications manager for the Committee for Freedom in Hong Kong Foundation, their pro-democracy group. Good morning to you, Megan.
Good morning, Julia.
Thanks for joining us. There's no doubt at all there's big question marks about this balloon. I mean, the size of this thing, the weight of this thing, the sort of, I mean, you know, just the bit underneath the balloon is sort of size of a normal aeroplane, for goodness sake. It's obvious why the Americans didn't want to shoot it down over their domestic territory, the risk that it could come down and people could get injured. Shut it down on Saturday. But really, a lot of big international kerfuffle over what this balloon was doing, what the Chinese were intending. Tell us what you think that was going on.
Yes, exactly. So I think the balloon was evident. It's basically the Chinese surveillance apparatus is worldwide, and it doesn't take a balloon to see the CCP's infiltration over the US and even over the UK. So now what we're seeing is Secretary Blinken canceling his trip to China this week, and China's calling for further actions, and that is in the diplomatic sphere. So basically, because the US has rightly shut down their trip to China and they're pressuring the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese Communist Party and Xi, they're angry and they're ready to retaliate diplomatically. And I think, especially us being here in the UK, it is preposterous that the UK still, we have James Cleverly and Rishi Sunak have not spoken out about this at all. So we still want to have an economic relationship with the CCP as we continue to let...
So you say CCP, the Communist Party of China. We need to make it a bit easier for us normal folk to understand what we're talking about. But Megan, this thing, diplomatic niceties are there for a reason. It's to stop things escalating. One of my concerns when I saw this was China would know that this balloon would get spotted. China wanted this balloon to be spotted, otherwise it wouldn't have been spotted. And then they would know eventually it would have to be shot down. Are China attempting to provoke America and want to escalate hostilities? We know that China, Xi Jinping has made it very clear, he wants to and plans to invade Taiwan. We know that. He's said it publicly. Is he trying to ratchet up those diplomatic difficulties?
Yeah, especially after we had a U.S. military general the other week say that the U.S. and China would be at war by 2025. The U.S. and China tensions were already escalating. And as you said, some are saying that the Chinese did want this to be seen and that it was a test in the air. So while I cannot confirm that, and that is yet to be confirmed, it is for sure a Chinese spy balloon. There's now a second one being spotted, and this cannot be tolerated by the West. So as you said, China has allowed this to happen, and they'll continue to allow this to happen, and their interference is in many other ways besides the spy balloon. And so we'll continue to see this. We see their infiltration here within our university.
But we've seen that massively, haven't we? And energies, I mean, it's amazing that people go, build a nuclear power station, not a problem. I mean, properly mad if you think about it for more than 5 seconds, which is what worries me about how much people have been taken captive by, let's face it, Chinese money. And that's what it is. But what I don't understand is, but I think a lot of us don't get is why you need to send a spy balloon. They have satellites. They're already effectively in the country. What were they spying on? What did they think they would glean? They couldn't get any other way.
Well, I mean, originally they said that this balloon started, they saw over one of the U.S. military bases in Montana. So I would just say that it's another element of this Chinese Communist Party's greater surveillance apparatus. But since this is continuing and there's another spy balloon, I still don't understand. As you said, it is an economic issue. Why do we, especially here in the UK, continue to do business with China?
You know why? Because we get a load of cheap stuff from them.
Exactly. And now we're back in the business of, so long as we can do business with China, we'll maintain the status quo. But we need, especially, we could learn from Russia's war in Ukraine that we need to start economically decoupling from China. This is not...
I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. I really do. I will have to leave it there, Khoo. So from a pro-democracy group, that's the Committee for Freedom in Hong Kong Foundation. Candice also